Hi guys, I am the values based educator, and what do? I restore values in schools, in school leadership, and in education entirely. Okay, so I've been getting questions about um, how did I come about being a purity coach? What is a purity coach? What does it stand for as an educator? Okay, so how did I become a purity coach? Back then, in the years back, when I began teaching, I was teaching this group of 4 years old, yeah. And throughout that period, I noticed something. I noticed that they copied my attitude, they copied my character. And thank God I have a good character, so they copied my character. And that was when I learned that children actually learn from what you do. They do not learn from what you say. If you like, shout from now till tomorrow. It's the one that you're actually doing that they will do, right? So during that period, I don't know, I just heard it in my heart that if you really want to make impact in the life of children as a teacher, you have to be careful the way you live your life. Did you hear that? You have to be very careful the way you live your life because you're transferring spirit, you're transferring character. When I heard that, I started thinking, and I now understood why my learners were behaving like me. You will hear them go home and tell their parents, Miss Very Very I did this, Miss Very Very I said I should do this. This is how Miss Very Very I did it. And trust me, that is how you impact a life, whether negative or positively. They are innocent, they don't even know. They have no idea. They don't know anything. They don't know their left from their right. So literally is what they are seeing in front of them. They are actually copying. And that was how I made up my mind that no matter what it will cost me, because of the lives of the children that God has entrusted in my care, I will have to be careful the way I live my life. And that was how the purity coach became a purity coach. Yeah, so when I talk to teachers, I tell them, be careful how you live your life. You cannot be living carelessly and expect to impact a child positively. It doesn't work that way. You have to be careful. And I always used to tell myself that if I have a child and I see my child's teacher in a place that is questionable, how will I feel? Do you understand? I think I always put myself in the shoe of a parent. Will I be happy seeing my child's teacher in these kind of places? So when I ask that, I always tell myself, there are some things that, not because I don't have the freedom to do it or I don't have the money to go and do it, but I choose not to because of the lives of the learners that God has entrusted in my care. I believe that if you really want to transform the lives of your learners, you have to live right. Your character should not be questionable. It shouldn't be. Because they're actually copying you. These kids, they go home and they talk to their parents. They tell them, And let me tell you something, what the kids remember, and they remember your character while you were in class. They don't even remember what you're saying. They remember your character. They remember how you behave. They remember how you spoke to their classmates. They remember how you were eating. They remember how you drank water. It's funny, right? They remember all those things. So, the purity coach, what I stand for is living correctly, living right, living a life of character for the sake of the children that are in your care. Your character cannot be questionable as a teacher. So, my name is Very Vera. I am a purity coach. I'm a values-based educator. And I love what I do. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.